There was once a little girl named Barbara. She had lots and lots of friends, and she liked to play with them all the time. When they played hopscotch, she played hopscotch. When they played tag, she played tag. When they played house and had little differences of opinion, Barbara played house and had little differences of opinion. And when they all went home to eat and sleep, Barbara did too. Life was a ball because she didn't think about anything but playing and eating and sleeping and getting presents. She was very well adjusted. And then one day, Barbara had a thought. It came as a real jolt. She heard a lady say to the teacher, "I can't seem to pick out my little Dora. They all do tend to look alike at this age, don't they?" Barbara was shocked. She looked around and saw that it was true. Everybody was pretty much the same as everybody else. She cried out, "How awful when everybody's exactly like everybody else. Nobody's anybody." So this particular Barbara decided to do something about it. She said, "I've got to be somebody. I know. I shall become a leader." And the very next morning, during recess, she shouted good and loud, "Let's everybody run and jump." And everyone ran and jumped, except Barbara, of course. She was a leader. She shouted, "Let's everybody sit and think." And everyone sat and thought, with one exception. She shouted, "Everybody follow me. We're going to charge the enemy." But just at this point came another jolt. When there are two sides, there have to be two leaders. And everybody knows there are more than just two sides to every question. And then to top it all, she heard her very own mother say, "I'm so glad to hear my Barbara's become a leader." But which leader is she? Barbara pondered. Could it be that leaders were just the same as followers, only more so? It could. The whole situation was most contradictory, yet Barbara remained set on being somebody. Perhaps she should try to be different. That was it. Now, when everyone ran and jumped, Barbara stood still. When everyone played games, Barbara read a book. When everyone sang songs, Barbara thought thoughts. And just when she was saying to herself, "Boy, oh boy, I'm really and truly different, I am," she got another jolt. She was always getting. A new girl came up and said, "Oh, how nice, you're different too. I'm so glad you've joined us different ones. We simply never do what anybody else does." Well, this was too much. Barbara had never felt so sick and mixed up in her whole long life. Her mama put her to bed, and her daddy kissed her, as if that were what she needed. But it was her tough old uncle that she went to talk to. No funny business with him. She told him all about her jolts and said, "No matter what I do, I'm just the same as everybody else." And her uncle said, "Is that bad?" She tried to explain, "But uncle, I want to be different." And he said, "Is that good?" Barbara asked, "But shouldn't I want to be somebody?" And her uncle said, "You are." Barbara cried out, "Me?" And her uncle said, "You stand out in the very best way." Barbara almost shouted, "But how?" And her uncle said, "You get jolts." This, of course, was the biggest jolt of all. Barbara thought it over. From then on, she did almost exactly what she'd always done. She played with everyone, sometimes. She read a book, sometimes. She was a little different, sometimes. And in this way, she became a leader. The most important thing didn't change either. She went right on getting jolts.